Let your pain be fuel for your own personal growth. Beautiful weather, let us ground. Bear with me. Microphone check, let's go. Turn your pain, or rather, let your pain be fuel for your own personal growth. Motivational video. Hope you guys are having a beautiful week. This is nikymus, and you are welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking impasse free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality. I talk about personal and self-development. And if that's what resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us. Give us a like, share the video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back. And I thank you for your love and support. Okay, guys, good weather. Get out of them concrete jungles. Ground yourself. Go hug a tree. Walk bare feet. Go swim in the lake, river. Go to the gym. Eat well. Meditate. Pray. Okay, healing empaths. Let me tell you something about the birth of nikymus, breaking impasse free. Where did this whole thing start? Okay, there is new subscribers who don't know the whole story, and at the same time, there is a lot of videos. You can't find the video where I have shared this information. So, post-awakening, I ran into a greater narcissist, and it was about 2 months after breakup, after discard. When I was with the greater narcissist, I figured out that this person was a narcissist. I came to that awareness. I was in shock at the time, but I was very grateful because I was able to understand something about myself that I had pretty much ignored for the most part of my life. When I left that narcissist, the greater one, I became aware of a pattern. This pattern had been happening pretty much most of my life. I was like, I was attracting these people, these kind of narcissists. I couldn't understand why was I, so I started going back in time. And I figured out for the biggest part of my life, I had been attracting very, very toxic relationships. Okay, so I never really pretty much enjoyed my relationships way back in time. You leave one toxic one. I didn't even know what was toxic at the time. You run into another toxic one. When you leave that toxic one, a month, 2, 3 maybe, I would run into another toxic one. Now I discovered there was a pattern. So in that particular time, I was like, okay. I started looking inside of me. I didn't look outside of me. I didn't look at those narcs and people that I was dating. I looked inside of me. So I went within. Then I found out that there had been this long pattern of narcissists along my journey. I couldn't understand where they was coming from. I didn't know why. Were they interested in me? Then I stopped dating. I said, I'm going to stop dating. When I talk about stopping to date, That was one of the most difficult things I've ever chosen, because I hadn't been used to, be alone, take some time by myself. I wasn't used to those things of being alone. I always thought that, everybody has got to be in a relationship. Okay, one finish, get another one. So I stopped. I sat down by myself and I was thinking, there is something I need to do. Okay, there is something inside of me that attracts narcissists. I took a lot of time reading some stuff online, listening to different coaches, and that is when I found out that I was an empath. I didn't even know who an empath was. So that was exactly the biggest life-changing moment of my life. Now, I continue to educate myself on narcissists, okay, how they operate, what do they do, how do they think, all these details. And it became very clear to me. That's when I also found out that narcissists, they are usually attracted to empaths. Now, not only did I, seems a bit dark this side. This side actually is better. Should I walk that way? So not only did I date narcissists, but also there was a lot of pain and hurt in those relationships. Mostly it was cheating, okay? You would run into them cheating. I remember one time I caught one of them in bed. This was not somebody told me. I caught this person in bed with someone else. So there was a lot of pain, okay? There was so much hurt at the time. Now I thought about all those experiences that had happened. And of course, eventually, I also found out something about dysfunctional family systems. Then I finally discovered that I had been the scapegoat of the family. Now, what I did, I was like, so what I'm going to do, let me start educating people. So that time I talked about relationships. I was like, actually, we can talk about relationships. Let me teach people about these relationships. Where are they coming from? What exactly is happening? And then one thing led to another one. And I was like, okay, I am going to teach people about narcissistic abuse. Now, there was this name Denzomos before. I used to have a Facebook page. It's not anymore. And I was like, okay, I opened up this channel, YouTube. In the beginning, it was Denzomos. And then it went to Denzomos Unscripted. But when I started talking about narcissistic abuse and how narcissists end up with empaths, I said, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start breaking empaths free by teaching them, educating them, and helping them to heal. When I'm facing the opposite side of the sun, you almost cannot see me. So that's when I created, it was a couple of months later, I created Denzomo's Breaking Empaths Free. From the moment I took that decision, ladies and gentlemen, I put in some passion into this practice, whatever I was doing that at the time, and what I'm still doing. I have never looked back. Empaths, there is something you have to know. If you know you are an empath, you are going to be hurt. Okay? The only person who may not get hurt is the person who has done healing work on themselves. Okay? They have done the work. So normally they have learned how to protect themselves. But usually, a lot of empaths are going to get hurt by so many different kinds of people. And as I've always said in my videos, the hurt is not personal. Okay? People just want to hurt you because you're a good person. There is so many people walking this planet. They don't have any love in their hearts. They don't even know what love means. They have never been loved by anybody. So they find someone who has got that love to offer. They do attach themselves to you, but they don't know how to love you, so they are going to abuse you. And normally, they are going to put you through a lot of pain. But there is something that happens when a person starts healing. Something magical happens when you start healing. When you're healing, you discover that you have been dealing with some wounds, okay? These may be sometimes wounds from your own family, maybe wounds from a workplace, maybe wounds from a relationship, or maybe friendship. You are going to be forced by the universe to look inside of you and address those wounds, because you realize it is only by addressing those wounds and facing those challenges face to face, head on, taking them head on. That is the only way forward. There's no other way out. Now, when that introspection has been done, there's a lot of noise from this machine. When that introspection has been done, you are going to recreate yourself. Recreation doesn't mean you necessarily have to do what I'm doing, okay? So you may sometimes find passion, because you see, when there is silence, no more dating and this, you're no longer running after the girls, you're not running after the boys, there's a lot of time to think. You are there waking up every day and looking at yourself in the mirror. And it's only you that you can see. There's no one else. There's no girlfriend, there's no boyfriend. You have left that toxic job. You have left the dysfunctional family matrix. And now there's nothing around to distract you. Now that is when you start a process of recreating yourself. You may choose to write a book about your experience. For example, you may say, okay, whatever I've been through, it happened. You can't change anything, but you can change what you do about it. So you may decide to start your own book, write some book. Maybe you may decide to make your own podcast. You may decide there can be so many things you can start doing. Maybe you could even start your own business. You'll be like, actually, while I'm in this silence, let me start creating something outside my comfort zone. Okay, let me start this book. Let me start this business. Let me start that project. Let me go for further education. The choice will be yours, depending on how you feel. But I can promise you, ladies and gentlemen, if you persist, because you see, the number one thing is to identify what your passion is. What are you really passionate about? When you wake up every single day, what makes you alive? Do you like to sing? Are you a person who likes singing? Maybe sometimes you want to go to the studio, create a song. Maybe you want to start composing a song, maybe writing a song. It can be anything. Instead of mourning, because you see, you cannot mourn forever. In my country, there's something they used to say, when a person has passed on, you're not going to sit at the grave crying forever. Okay, the mourning will be finished, and then the healing starts. So during that healing, that's when now you start go to the next plan B, or even sometimes a plan C. You start recreating yourself. Recreating yourself, I'm not telling you that you should recreate yourself for one day. Okay, just jump into something and do it for a day or a week. No. You guys have been here with me, many of you. Some of you are just new, like I've said. But you know, from the very beginning, I was consistent. Was it raining? I had an umbrella, I came out. I told you guys. Was it snowing? Yes, I put on my boots, I came out. What time of the night? Night or day? I came out. I started becoming consistent. So this thing kind of develops some form of an addiction. So it's a healthy addiction where you are starting to get addicted to your craft. You are putting in the work. Regardless of the results, are you seeing results or not? You are refusing to give up. You're putting in the work. So that is how you turn your pain into greatness. So for all of you guys, chosen ones who have been hurt by this narcissist or whatever, you've been hurt by your parents, you've been fired from jobs, you're homeless, some things have happened to you, you don't even know what is going on. Go out there and mourn, okay? It's natural to mourn a loss of anything. But there is a life after mourning. I've told you guys, there is always life after abuse. You can always pick yourself up. You can always jump back into greatness. You can recreate yourself, and you can become your greatest version. So when you have been thrown to the floor, you've landed on the floor face flat, okay? Roll over, get up, get that dirt off your shoulders, and walk. When you're starting to do anything, you don't necessarily have to know the end game. The end game is going to be hidden from you, because the universe wants you, first of all, to learn how to master your craft. So you are going to keep on walking. You are going to do everything you can in your power, because remember, guys, I've told you again many times, nobody's coming to save you. In all the stories I've been telling you, you don't remember anybody coming to pick me up from the floor. So I did pick myself up, and I started walking towards greatness. Even if I'm not really where I need to be, but I know I'm still not where I used to be. So chosen ones, regardless of what is going on in your lives, you've been hurt. People stole this from you. People did that one. People did this. Don't worry about it. Roll over. Get up. You can walk. You can crawl. You can run if you have to. But whatever movement you're trying to do, that should be a movement that is propelling you and pushing you towards greatness. Okay? So recreate yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Recreate yourself. Find something new. Something out of your comfort zone. Something you have never done before. Something you could only dream about. Get up. Do that thing. Yes, there will be people who will come around and laugh at you. They will not believe in you. Most of your families and whatever, they will come around, they will think you're crazy. They will call you different kinds of names, because they are not used to you in that image where you are constantly working on yourself, okay? They're not used to that. They're used to seeing the broken version of you. So make sure that you surprise those people. Not necessarily that you're slapping everything in their face, but make sure that you surprise them. Keep consistent and do something new outside of your comfort zone. I do not tell you to quit your jobs. Don't quit your jobs yet. Keep your job and then create something new on the side. I can promise you, ladies and gentlemen, one day you will wake up and you realize you have given birth to a new version of you. The universe is going to stand on your side, okay? Because you see, the universe likes working with a stubborn mind, okay? That one didn't work, you try the other one. You go for it. It didn't work, try the other one. Did it not work? Try the other one. So you have to do something again and again. They say, if you can do something consistently, you can forget about everything outside of you and you go inwards and do something consistently for about 6 months. Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to develop a new healthy habit. You are going to give birth to somebody new, somebody that you never knew existed inside of you. So I hope this video has motivated you guys. Now you know how Denzomo's Breaking Empaths Free was born. Yours is going to be different, but it's most likely going to be a similar experience. I wish you the best of luck, the best rest of the week. Denzomo signing out. Book a session, donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything, all the info you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. Denzomo signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.